Namaste and welcome to this episode of the Thursday Thoughts. Today, in this episode, we are going to discuss a totally different form of art form, and it is a poetic art form, literary art form. The performer is called Ashtavadhani. I had the opportunity of visiting or attending one Ashtavadhanam in USA here itself, courtesy my brother-in-law Murali. Thank you so much, Murali, for giving me this opportunity of a lifetime. And because of that, I thought, let me try to see what all it means. Ashtavadhanam. Ashtavadhanam, dear friends, is mostly restricted or mostly more popular in Telugu literature and in Sanskrit. Ashta means eight. We can very well understand that. Ashtavadhanam is on the stage, you have a performer who is supposed to be fantastically gifted, poetically inclined, and has got lot of knowledge about the relics, the Hindu scriptures or religious scriptures, and the past, present, GK, you call it anything, even on artificial intelligence. So he will be answering on such questions. The eight people who will be sitting on the dais along with him, if it is Ashtavadhani or Ashtavadhanam, the eight questioners are known as the Prichakas, and they can ask him about anything under the sun, even and he has to answer whatever he questions, whatever they question him in poetic form. And that too, at times somebody can put restrictions, which is called, like suppose nishedhakshari. Nishedha means banning or stopping, or you are not allowed, restricting you to use that. You are not allowed to. A particular akshari is one particular letter or a sound, and without using that particular letter or sound, you have to spontaneously, extemporaneously, you have to recite poems. I mean, you are writing poems without a paper, without a pen, on the stage. When somebody asks a particular context, in a particular way, you have to answer. And in among them also, there will be one who can put you questions on to distract you, to check your or test your concentration. And that also you have to answer lyrically and linguistically, poetically. I mean, it is amazing an experience, I can tell you, unless you are really uh, intellectually so much gifted. It will be very difficult to even imagine for us to even understand. I mean, the audience also need to be in such programs like Ashtavadhanam or Shatavadhanam. Shatavadhanam means 100 questioners, 100 pitchakas, or Sahasravadhanam means 1,000. It can go as high as 1,000 and it runs into days. Such avadhanams, if you are attending, you need a basic minimum knowledge about a particular language, which anyway I didn't have, though my mother tongue is Telugu. I was born and brought up in Orissa. I never had a chance of attending any such programs, even during my career in Hyderabad, my service career of 35 to 36 years. Somehow I just missed out on this. So I thought, let me share with you this Ashtavadhanam, the process of Ashtavadhanam, how it evolves. And there are plenty of avadhanis. Avadhanam, as we have discussed, is nothing but concentration. Ashta means eight. Eight prichakas will be asking you. They will be asking you on anything, but you have to keep answering. The performer has to keep answering on a lyrical way, on a poetic way, in a poetry, spontaneously. And he will be juggling. He will be engaged in all the eight people at the same time, but juggling between one and another, and not leaving even the any questionnaire. Like it happens, the first questioner asks and he answers in one line in a particular poem form, one line. When the second questioner asks, he has to continue the first one first, then continue the second one. And when the third question comes, he has to keep reciting his first two lines, then come to the third, all spontaneously without using any letter, any pen, any pen or paper. And from his mind, he has to keep remembering what all you have asked, all these 8 people have asked, and reply to them in a poetic way and in a lyrical way. Kudos to the performers. And this particular performance by Vadipatri Vadiparthi Padmakar Garu, it was his 1260th program, Ashtavadhanam. He is a Tribhasha Ashtavadhani or Sahasravadhani. He has got the mastery in 3 languages. He can do it in 3 different languages. Kudos to Padmakar Garu. What a fantastic opportunity I had that evening. And to tell you, it is not only in Telugu language it is popular. It is very popular in Telugu, no doubt, but even in Kannadigas and maybe Jains are also into Sanskrit also. Avadhanams are performed by Avadhanis, and you have got different forms of Avadhanams, which is like yes, it is Ashtavadhanam in a form of lyrics or poetry. It can go to Nrityavadhanam. Nrityavadhanam is dance, or you have got Chitravadhanam. Chitra is paintings. It can be even mathematics, Ganitavadhanam, or it can be so many different forms of avadhanams are generally there, but not very popular. We can see that. So even eye movements, through eyes you have to reply, and that is called netra avadhanam. So different forms of avadhanams are there, and I call upon the generation Z to kindly spend some time on this creative linguistic intelligent activity or intellectual activity, wherein they can spend some time, and probably some can become like the popular ones who are there right now, Garikapati Garu, or even Dr. Nagafani Sharma Garu. Both are Padma Bhushanas or Padma Shris. And there are even female avadhanis who are performing so well in Telugu and in other languages as well. So, it is a very, very creative art form, and I suspect maybe it's not finding that many patronage, that many people following it. As a result, I suspect, I don't know whether it can continue for another 50, 60 years unless the next generation also shows some interest and takes up this particular, the cause of avadhanams, wherein it is even avadhanams are questioned. The 8 questioners, the prachakas, they can ask on artificial intelligence, chat GPT. That particular day, evening when we attended, there was a question on chat GPT as well. So the question can be anything under the sun, but you have to answer everything in a poetic, in a lyrical and linguistic way, and without pen and paper. And it kudos to your multitasking capabilities. These people have got enormous multitasking faculties. So kudos to the performers, kudos to the 21st century avadhanams or avadhanis who are performing this. It can go up to even days when Sahasra Avadhanam is carried out. I wish my father, who was very much keen, he loved to listen to such discussions, poetic discussions in Telugu. Even my paternal aunt, that is my father's younger sister, younger brothers, they are all very knowledgeable about the scriptures in Telugu, and they would love to participate though not many are still around. For the young generation, I think this gives a very good challenge they can take up and carry on this multitasking faculties. As a result, your brain power will definitely show so much of increase, and it is a fantastic art form. So this much about the Ashtavadhanam function of Vaddiparthi Padmakar Garu, who also is a Tribhasha Sahasravadhani. Kudos to him, and kudos to the literary inclined people who want to take up this form, this art form, which definitely, if not extinct, is not getting as much support it deserves. So with these words, take care, bye bye, till we meet next time. Take care, God bless.